Coming up on the February 2020 episode of Could Be Better. Can't wait for the next snowfall.
Text me. I don't think they have great torsos.
So my speech therapist said I need to practice the word editor.
Editor?
Not editor. Editor.
Editor. Okay.
Editor. Indoor gardening.
See, that sounds easier than editor.
Miniature.
It's the T's, right? The hard.
T's,
the hard.
L's, sh are hard for me.
Oh.
Talk about. What do you talk about on your podcast? You talk
Not
about how
much,
they
I
want
just
you to.
laughed through it.
They want you to sell you some products. Featuring the latest.
This is great.
Plenty.
This is awesome.
Particular.
I can't even say that one.
Particular.
And I didn't have a
Well,
stroke.
I said to her, I'm like, part of this is just me speaking fast.
Right.
It's what I always did. It being a New Yorker.
Right, and you just like slur the end.
Slower, yeah. Objectionable. Mid-century.
That one, yeah, you
Mid-century.
gotta work on that one a little.
Yeah.
The D to the C sounds rough.
Mid-century.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
Well, but don't you think it's also probably taught you where you were lazy to start with?
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
Like, because we all get lazy with our speech.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. These are all cool. Have you actually been practicing them?
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah. But editor is still tough.
Editor.
The editor's letter.
Editor.
Sounds like too much, right? Editor's letter.
It's too, you're too, what's it called? Syncopated.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You need to, can you do it? Can you make it like
The editor's
well,
letter?
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
That
That's
was
the way you always talked.
I know.
Like,
She says it's wrong.
well, it is wrong, but it's how you always talked.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not. I think your speech is way better. Well, let's start. So, hey, I'm Rob Conlon.
And I'm Jay Dewey,
And this is Could Be Better.
the podcast where we pour drinks
And spill the tea
about what we really think
about this month's issue of
Better Homes and Gardens. So it is the February issue.
All about love.
How about love? Yes, from the heart.
From the, I wore red in honor.
Thank you. I was failing in decor because we have no red or pink.
Well,
in
you
the house.
have this Lego motorcycle.
We have
dude.
Legos. That's it. That's it.
That says love.
Yeah. But thank you for making a wintry signature cocktail.
I know.
Accessorized with cozies.
with what are the thrifted or lost glove mittens. Yeah. So I made it's not really a cocktail. It's more of like a winter warmer, right?
Mm-hmm.
So right out of one of the main articles is I made the hot pear ginger cider. So it's really not hot anymore because we've been sitting here chatting for like 20 minutes.
And we took the cozies off.
We took the cozies off.
Because they don't stay on.
They don't stay on. But so I heated up the cider with pear. I sliced up pear and I threw in cinnamon sticks and some ginger. And then we made it a cocktail by adding, and I always say this liqueur wrong. You should try and say it.
Domaine de Canton.
Domaine de Canton, right? You actually turned me on to this. Do you remember that?
I do.
You brought it to one of our summer parties, and I think you got me drunk on it.
Probably.
Right? Because I think then we were using it in martinis, not apple cider. So basically, we just have a mug of hot cider, and I put a shot of the Domaine in for you, and I put 2 in for me.
Okay.
So
Thank you. Thank you.
Figured.
Still a lightweight. Although it's getting better.
Yeah. This is the first warm one we've had in 2 years.
True.
And it goes down differently than a regular because it's
does, yeah.
Like cider.
Yeah.
Right? So anyway, welcome to
Delish.
February and things from the heart. I have to say it was thin.
It was thin, and overall, I have a lot of meh. I don't have lots of like or
I have
hate,
some I don't have a lot of hate, which was
No.
good,
Yeah.
right?
but I have a lot of meh.
Yeah, but I mean, granted, the cover's all pink, which I know is not your thing, but it's real. It is Valentine's.
It's very Valentine. It's also very similar to last February's cover, like almost
Almost
identical.
exactly
Yeah.
the same, right?
Yep.
So don't you feel like they just did 2 last year and said, well, let's pick which one we're going to run this year,
Because-
which one we'll run next year?
So this is Valentine cookies,
Yeah.
and yeah, cookies don't really go bad or out of style. So you could have done a photo shoot last year and
Right.
saved it for this
Right.
year.
Yeah. It's sort of a tableau on the cover, which we haven't really,
That was another word I taught my speech therapist.
tableau.
She didn't know that one.
Really?
Yeah, we purposefully mispronounce it,
Right, we do.
but she didn't know what even the real
Oh,
pronunciation was.
she didn't know what the
No.
real tableau
So I said like
means.
a store window.
Okay. Well, I guess it's not a. I mean, I learned it in. Well, I took a lot of art classes in high school, but I also they talk about tableaus all the time in film school too. So at NYU, I
Yeah.
mean, it was always like, what
Yeah.
what is the scene, setting
Right,
the
setting the
scene,
scene,
right? And most people just say, what is the scene? Right?
So then I said, well, it's we use it interchangeably with a flat lay.
Right.
And then she's like, oh, flat lay, I know what that is. I'm like, okay. Now we're talking.
Now I like you, speech
Yeah.
therapist. Gosh. Yeah, so the front covers, it also sort of leads us to the fact that most of this is about food. There's a
It
ton
is, yeah.
of food
Yep.
in this. So this
Not
is
a
going
lot
to
of
be a real
decor.
short
Yep.
month, right?
Yep.
And thanks for joining us. This could be better.
Now you're home and you're
You got it. So, of course, the first tag I have, right, where the always, always, always tag, page 4.
the editor's letter.
What did you say, Jay?
The editor's letter. My speech therapist made me say editor's letter like 12 times.
I like it.
Yeah,
Maybe it's your new signature,
maybe.
right?
The editor's letter.
If you say it 10 times, it starts to sound weird.
It does, yeah.
Right? Any word you say over and over again, you're just like, what
Yeah.
is that word? It's weird.
Anyway, Stephen was talking about indoor gardening
Yes.
and why it's a good thing for the winter.
Yes.
And he,
I was fine.
well, he
I mean,
was actually talking about something that they cover in the magazine.
yeah, it
for
is,
once.
right? And they've been sort of forcing this like houseplant stuff on us for, I think, as long as we've been doing this podcast.
Yep.
Right. I'll tell you later. This is probably the first. Later on in the article about doing the container gardens is probably the first time I've actually been like, oh, I might do one of those.
Me too.
Because the houseplant thing, and he's right, the houseplant thing is all the rage.
Yes.
And he
Yep.
talks particularly about the millennials doing houseplants and his Instagram feed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did you see us listed in this? Because he actually
no.
lists Instagrams, right?
He does, yeah.
At Houseplants Club, at the Sill, at Black Girl with Gardens, or at the Horticult. Nowhere does it say at Could Be Better,
No.
right?
No. We got to put more original content on ours. I think.
Like houseplants.
Yeah. He also did mention Boys with Plants.
Did I miss the Boys with Plants?
He didn't mention it.
Oh,
but
he didn't mention
You
them.
should
Right.
follow it.
Oh, I don't know if
If
I
you
do.
don't, yeah.
I should look it up right now. Is
Yeah,
it hot?
yeah.
Are they sexy?
They are.
Um,
So basically, naked boys with plants.
oh, well, I mean, I'll do that. I mean, naked boys at any time is...
Yeah.
Boys with Plants. I'm searching right now. It's like Hot Guys Reading. Is it like...
It's very similar.
Boys with Plants, it's the first thing that comes up.
See?
Oh, yes, follow.
It's popular.
It looks popular. But again, he's not following us. He's not mentioning us. I think that we are keeping this magazine alive.
You think so? Yeah. Well, we're keeping it interesting.
It's keeping But I did read this thinking he really is on the mark in terms of what's happening. I mean, it really is my absolute favorite NPR person. Well, he's on Marketplace, Sabri Benishore.
Oh, yes.
His whole feed is like half of him naked and half of his houseplants.
Oh.
And
great.
so I'm like, I'm not really sure which I like better. But he's got a ton of houseplants, like a ton. It's like a jungle.
Okay.
And that seems to be like people are either all in
Yeah.
or they're not doing it at
Yeah.
all.
See, we have a few struggling houseplants because we don't get any sun here.
Oh.
Because
Oh.
our south wall has no windows because we share a wall.
Oh, I
So
never realized
we get
that.
no
That's
sun.
interesting.
And Bob is always like, get rid of the plants. They're in the way. They're in front of the windows. I'm like, they need to be in front of the windows because there's
To
no
get sunshine.
sun anywhere. So,
Oh, Bob, he loves
Yeah.
live things, doesn't
yeah.
he?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what did you think about this?
You're right. I thought it was, he was definitely writing a trend.
Yeah.
One day I was pleased that they actually covered it in the magazine. Like, see the article on page blah, blah.
Right.
Because sometimes it's way off and never mentioned again.
My next tag, was page 10.
For the fresh section,
The fresh.
they are obsessed with neon. Obsessed, I tell you. So what they're saying here is you ground the neon, which is inspired by 90s fashion.
Which I thought it was 80s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Too.
So anyway.
Ground it with woodsy neutrals. What is it? Earthy counterpoints. It's like
Earthy counterpoints.
earthy counterpoints.
You sound robotic.
Counterpoints. I know. That's what the thing about this speech therapy is. When you say it correctly, air quotes,
Right.
you
Then
sound like a robot.
You sound like a robot.
Yeah.
You sound like Data. You don't even sound as good as Data,
I
actually.
know.
It's like very robotic. So you tagged it. You tagged it pink. What does that mean?
That means hate. I was back and forth. Because like I said, there was not a lot I hated.
Right.
But I said, well, if I have to push it in one way or another,
You're going with hate.
I went with hate.
Wow.
Only because I lived through the 90s or the 80s
It was the 80s. But
and did the whole neon thing
Right.
before. I did think it was interesting that they paired it with these earthy counterpoints, like craft paper
like,
and wood tones, just to ground it. So it did look fresher.
well, it looks earthy.
Right, right.
It's counterpointed.
But I thought, the goods they were showing us didn't interest me at all.
I would say exactly that. The ampersand picture was fine, but like those pencils for $4 a piece, and there's like a whole bucket of them.
Yeah.
This really was this was one of those pieces like they've done in the past where they just threw a bunch of shit together
Yeah.
to say, oh, look, we're talking about neon now. Like the
Yeah.
iridescent one, remember? Everything was
Oh,
but my
God,
tag
yeah.
is for love.
Oh, yeah? You loved it?
Mainly because I don't mind bright color, and it felt like a departure from all the freaking pastels that they've been trying to
I'll give you that.
right. And
Yeah.
so I was like, phew, okay, so this is at least fresher. They got the decade wrong because I was in high school, and that was the 80s. Because 90s was grunge and baby doll dresses and
Well,
like-
I think of grunge and also like the raver
yeah.
stuff. So maybe they thought like the raver stuff.
No, I mean,
I wonder who decided that.
I think it was. We should write them and ask. I was actually okay with the neon concept in
Right.
terms of some of these colors have never gone away. Really, like this bright green has
True.
really been consistently around for a long time. So
Yeah.
on page 12, this is when, what is it that you say? Trying to sell you some products. Number 5 on the list
Yep.
of speech therapy phrases. Sell you
So,
some products.
As we were talking about this issue in speech therapy, I said I've seen this chair so many times.
Oh my God.
This Eiffel chair, and they're like, "What? What do you mean Eiffel chair?" I'm like, "Look at the legs. Look, it's called the Eiffel chair."
It's been
And they're
around,
like,
yeah.
"What? Oh,
It's literally, there is a version of it in almost every space on Earth.
yeah, yes."
It's like,
This one's in neon green.
you go.
I mean, at least it was a new color,
Right.
but
Right.
I've
It's
seen
the,
it before.
it's fine. The thing I really liked on the page and I think it was probably one of the only things that I thought was useful outside of trying to sell me products, was the sort of library room that they have, where what they did with the bold colors was that they just painted the shelves of the bookshelves.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
So I thought that was kind of interesting because you don't have to go all in like they
Mhm.
do on these 2 pages of
Yeah.
like everything neon. But just the shelves and the bright neon colors give the room a fun little pop.
Yeah.
So I thought that was cool.
All right.
Otherwise, I'm really not a fan of the hanging bulb fixture. You know, the fixture that looks like
Which
just
I've seen before.
it wasn't neon when you saw it.
It wasn't. But it was silicone or whatever. Silicone?
Yeah, I think we
Silicone.
did see the silicone ones before,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Oh my God, they must have a whole warehouse of them. In oh wait, Walmart? Where was these? Oh no, colorcore.com. So overall, it was much better than some of the other fresh features for me.
Some
I
of the
know you-
recent ones, yeah. I mean, you could probably talk me into tag for like or love. And like,
like tag for like. Now we're gonna have to
Yeah.
get new stickers.
yeah.
Tag for like. Anyway, page 20. What's
The home
back?
section, yeah.
What's
our
back?
paint can lids are back.
The pink inlets
Yep.
are back. Yay. I feel like if they ever get rid of these, I mean, I get mad when they take them away for an issue.
Yep.
So it's, again, I'm gonna go back with every issue I have and pull out this page, and that's what I'll put
There you go.
in my closet.
I wonder when it started.
Oh, I bet I can find out.
I'm sure you can.
Should I do some homework? I'll write a letter to the editor and ask.
Yes, please do. When did you start the paint can lid section?
Good for. I love the fact that you're laughing about this. I am made to be robotic.
Anyway,
anyway, back
Fresh
to
Mint.
the fresh mint. What do you think?
I agree that with what they wrote, saying this is a less polarizing pastel.
Yes, I would agree.
And usually I like green, and I overall would say I'm okay with mint green, but I wouldn't be painting my walls this. And then the products I was not into.
Yeah.
I just think of hospital rooms.
Okay. I think of. I don't know if I think of hospital rooms. I feel like again this green hasn't left us. Like it's been at least since I've owned a home, which is now almost over 20 years. There has been some version of this minty green that floats into
Yeah.
our consciousness, right?
Mhm.
For a long time, it was the Restoration Hardware
Oh, yes,
silver
Silver
green or
Sage,
silver
yeah,
sage,
yep.
right?
Yep.
That was right. It was that like a minty green that
Yep.
everybody painted, right? And then I have in my laundry room in the basement, I have a color similar to vegan on the wall
Okay.
because, whatever it was 5 or 7 years ago, I was like, oh, look, that's bright and springy.
Yeah.
So I feel like they're not. This isn't new so much, but I think they are right. It kind of is. It's not offensive, and it doesn't seem to go away. So it's way better than fucking pink.
Yeah.
So, and yay for the pink hand lips. Woohoo!
On the next page 22, again with my speech therapist, I had to explain what millennial pink was. Oh, she's a millennial, I think.
You think?
Um,
You're not sure.
but she didn't. She was like, "What's millennial pink?"
Millennial pink.
Like that chair. That's millennial pink. The pink you see everywhere.
Wait a second. Did you actually take her through the magazine?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, that's amazeballs.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Not the whole thing, but we made it this far at least.
Okay. Anyway, back to millennial pink.
And mint green
Together.
which is what stylist Joanna Thornhill does in her room.
Do you hate it?
It's not my favorite.
Ooh, I'm pouring cider.
Because I still think it looks like a hospital room with a pink chair.
Oh, okay. So I got the whole PTSD hospital room stuff.
All
now.
right.
Okay. That took me a while. God, I'm such a shitty friend.
No.
Your hospital rooms didn't look like this, though. They were yellow.
They were cream and yellow. Yeah.
Actually, the one in Westchester, I think, was white
Oh.
and blue. Anyway, so go on. I digress to I'm not sure this is warm at all. It's going to be so gross, but whatever.
That's right.
Hey.
Yeah, no, it just seems very like medical to me.
Okay, I
Like,
see.
like it's a non-offensive green that everybody kind of likes. No one is like, ew, pink.
So how would you feel if they paired it with some of the stuff on the bottom, like with the darker colors, like the dragonfly or the Iron Mountain? Like, do you think it would shift for you?
I think it would. It would.
So we don't like the pink aspect of it because it keeps it still pastel feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You kind of put like colors with like, and they skew pastel-y.
But pink and green are natural partners.
I know. Well, they're opposites on the color wheel.
Where did you learn that?
I don't know. Somewhere.
I didn't hate it at all. I just thought it was like it was fine. It just
All right.
didn't, it was like the meh part, right?
Okay.
Meh. But I did think on the bottom that some of the stuff I could see the overall feel change dramatically if you used it with some of the darker tones. I think that if you did it with the gray, what offshore it's called, that would stay in that same realm that the pink does.
Mhm.
So, but maybe I'll try it.
Try it out.
Probably not.
Build some boxes.
Wait, I'm gonna
for
do
an
that.
I did it. Paint.
Wait until I can't wait until we're featured. We got to decide what boxes we want.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
So we were some meh on the mint green. We're meh.
Yeah.
mint.
Yeah.
My
All
next.
right. Page 24.
That's my next tab.
Ju-
Why am I saying tab tonight?
I don't know. Tag.
Tag.
That was my next tag too. I thought this was better than the skating party from last January. The outdoor dinner party. Ugh.
Oh God, were they? Wait, it's on the list.
It is because I told the speech therapist about it.
Where they? Oh,
January.
What did they do? Read it off.
Flooded.
Flooded.
Skating.
Flooded.
Flooded,
put a
flooded
dining
the
table
backyard. Yeah.
In the middle.
A crazy dinner
Yeah.
party on ice.
Yeah, that was.
So this snowball party was a lot better.
So I'm going to ask you a question though about this overall. What do you think this push is for us to do entertaining in the freezing cold is about?
I don't know. That's why I have a meh.
I mean, this is where our signature cocktail came from.
Yes.
But I just kept reading through it going, like, this is fine, but why are you forcing me in the snow? Like, and lugging a
Yeah.
bunch of shit
Yeah.
to do it,
A lot of boxes. Yeah.
right? And what my favorite was, the article starts out with, basically turn your next snow day into a cause for celebration. A quick text to friends and neighbors lets them know you're taking advantage of a fresh dusting. I'm like, first of all, it's snowing, right? You're going to ask your friends and neighbors to come out while it's snowing,
Yeah.
right? And they're going to be like, you freaking idiot. It's freezing out.
You've got to have very like-minded friends who are like, I love going outside in the winter. Let's get out there and party.
It's one thing to go outside. I don't mind going outside, but this is like a full day affair,
Yeah.
right? You're making pom-pom garland. You're
I know.
you're doing all this box hauling.
Yeah.
So
I'm not doing any of it.
you're not gonna
Medical issues aside.
medical issues aside, the walker aside, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not very accessible. This article.
It's not.
Oh my god!
But, it doesn't have to
It
be.
doesn't have to.
But,
be.
anyway.
You're not gonna pre-make your bucket of snowballs.
No.
It's like they're literally hauling snowballs
Yeah.
with them to this event. You're gonna create an ad hoc party space in the middle of a snowy field,
Right.
right? And all your friends are gonna just love it and come along.
On page 26, I do like the idea of chocolate spice cake skewers. I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with that too. Actually, all the little snack ideas
Yeah.
on this page, I was like, okay, I could do that because there's like a smoky popcorn mix.
Yep.
Like all the snack stuff was fine.
Yep.
That was
And drink.
right.
fine.
And I just don't need to do it in 25-degree
No.
weather. Right. And then look, then her little friend in all bundled up like it's 20 degrees out, which it is.
Mm-hmm.
Carrying, oh, here's more blankets, here's more scarves
Yeah.
because you're freezing your ass off.
Nope.
Who's cold? Oh, nobody, none of us. This was a great idea. Let's do it again.
Can't wait for the next snowfall.
Text me. Oh God. I mean, I guess it's cute. I do.
It's
Sleigh
cute. I mean, I
riding's
could see them
fun.
sitting around at the office going like, what can we do in February? Oh, a snowball party.
Yeah,
That'd be cute.
that'd be cute.
It's very photogenic. But just, if you are not into cold,
It sucks.
it goes on
good.
page 28.
Yeah, and there's more ideas. Haul out all of your mugs,
Yeah.
and you're gonna have to put all your dipping. You're gonna bring pretzels, and you're gonna have things to dip your pretzels in.
I as impractical as that may be to haul to your sledding party, I do have a little tag for love because my mom used to do chocolate covered pretzel rods, and they were delicious. I think she sprinkled crack on them because they were really, really good, and they were just like craft store chocolate, and regular old
Crack.
Utz pretzel rods.
Right.
So we're like, what did you put in these? Because these are really good.
Right. I have to tell you, I love. We have a friend who makes at Christmas time. People make peppermint bark.
Yep.
She makes chocolate and pretzel bark,
Oh,
and I love it because that saltiness and the chocolate is
Yep.
really good. So I love this. I just I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it for my my next snowball party.
right.
It's just I think it's I don't know. And then they have cocktail shakers and booze and like,
I know.
can you just see, like, I could just see you and Bob hauling this stuff out to the middle of a field and texting
Can't
everybody. Texting everybody, we're here.
Yeah.
Let's have a party.
And there's the sound of snowfall and silence.
Oh,
Instead of your friends running towards you with their sleds.
right.
I'm not going outside. Fuck you.
Fuck you. I'm watching Netflix.
Yeah.
I'm binging some show. Right? I'm not even getting dressed today. Oh gosh. Well, we're leaving our friends in the snow on page 28.
Oh, on 40, add a tag for the Scott brothers.
You did tag them?
Well, it was, again, I was like, do I love it? Do I hate it? I was like, well, I like some of the advice they give.
Yeah, I actually.
That's why. So I wound up taking it for love, just because they did give some good advice. I don't really like them.
I don't hate them.
I don't hate them
I think I'm
either.
just like done with them. Like
Yeah.
HGTV just like shit the bed. No,
Oh.
it jumped the shark, right? Because it used to be that you could turn it on and there would be a variety of shows. Now it's these two bitches
Yep.
over and over again for 4 hours and then love it or list it for another 4 hours.
Yep.
Right? And then
I told you I watched a lot of HGTV in the hospital. A
Right.
lot.
And then the two that got divorced, the Tarek and Christina.
Oh
right?
yeah.
So they got a little splash here and there. But I'm like, what? Like, literally 4 hours at
Yep.
a time.
Yeah.
The Scott brothers.
Mhm.
Jesus.
Yeah. And I
So-
know a lot of people are like, oh, they're so sexy. I love. Which one do I choose? I'm like, neither.
Oh my God, they're not
Not-
horrible.
Not horrible, but not
mean-
sexy at all.
You don't think they're sexy at all? Like, I don't.
No. Overexposed.
Oh, I mean, everybody's. I mean, come on. They're not. They're. You know what the problem is for us? They're overexposed, but not underexposed. Like they always have their clothes on. I'm not sure. I think they're not. I don't think they have great torsos. Not that matters.
Could be.
That doesn't matter at all.
Doesn't matter.
Hot torsos do not matter at all.
No.
But
Size matters.
Sure.
But
should they
Torsos
have
don't.
nice torsos?
Yeah.
I'd like to see it. I never remember which one is which.
Good question.
Drew is the bearded one, and Jonathan is the non-bearded one.
I couldn't tell you at this point.
Anyway, I think overall, if I had to sleep with one of them,
All right. You're forced to add hot glue gun point
I could cut point to
to
sleep with
the
one of them. I would probably sleep with the one with the beard.
I would too.
Yeah, and I think it's just because he dresses better. I do kind of like his personality a little bit better.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Oh my God, they're gonna love when we tag them.
I know.
I actually always thought if either one of them were gay, it would be him. The real
Okay.
estate one, right? No,
Yeah, because
he's just so prim and proper.
yeah, one of
That's
one of those
stereotypical, but-
shows they've featured the other one and his wife.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, please,
Yeah.
beard. All right, so, the Scott brothers. Turning on from
All right.
page 48 to 50. So, I have tagged this one with my blue tag, which is we always talk about it.
Yep.
It's
My blue this month was for I'm on the fence. I don't know.
okay.
Or meh, I don't know.
You had to be. You come on. You knew about this.
Well, I knew we were going to talk about it, but
Oh, you weren't sure how you felt about it?
yeah.
Oh, come on. Give
Yeah.
me a fucking break. It's horrible. No, it's not. It's not horrible. It's
so-
not horrible.
It's not horrible.
It's I did it, right?
I did it.
One of our favorite features.
Yes.
Well, it used to be one of our favorite features.
Used to be. Well, so this woman had a very dated kitchen. She removed the upper cabinets on one wall and replaced them by building various sized boxes, attaching them to the wall, and then painting everything white. Now, I do love the blue she chose with the lower cabinets.
Oh, I adore the blue. Yes.
With the white, it looks very nice.
Yep. Looks awesome. Amazeballs.
I guess my lack of interest was just due to the fact that it's more boxes.
This is literally like, I'm going to count them up. In the last year,
Yeah.
this is, I mean, what happened to that, like, greenhouse of old windows?
I don't
Now we're
know.
getting, like, boxes.
Yeah.
I built a box. I built a box to put toys in. I built a box to put my pussy in. I built a box to put my plates in.
Yeah.
Like, really? I don't know. I'm disappointed with
That's
I
all you
did
got to
it.
do.
It's-
Build a box.
So then you know what we're doing? We're picking a project in
Yeah.
one of our houses and we're building a box
Yeah.
and we're writing into them
Mm-hmm.
and saying, look, we built a box.
Yep.
Feature us.
I did it.
I did it. And you know what they're going to say? Oh, we featured a lot
Yeah,
of boxes.
yeah.
So
We're moving on.
we're moving.
Now we're featuring cylinders.
I mean,
Anyway.
So the interesting part is the kitchen looks good. I mean, it looks nice. It's all open
certainly
shelving.
does, yep.
Right?
Open shelving.
Yeah, all open shelving. It opened up the space. The irony is it's full of boxes and feels less boxy. Right? Like
Ironic, don't you think?
it's like 10,000 spoons. Now that was the 90s.
Yes.
And Alanis
Yes.
Morissette was not wearing neon
No.
at all.
No.
Jesus, I got to teach these people. So then the rest of the article, as it always does, teaches us how to make a box.
What she did.
Oh,
Well,
God.
the main thing is, aside from making it boxes, she mapped everything out meticulously
And
to make sure everything fit.
and I get that. I think
Yeah.
that it's like a big jigsaw puzzle. So
Yeah.
I get that. I like. I don't know. It's just boxes.
Yeah.
And it looks nice. And she likes to do a lot of stuff. Her best DIY skill is fearlessness, right? She painted her car
I
once.
applaud that.
I mean, like, feature her painting her car.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's in your house.
Mhm.
Not in your house. That's at your house. It's in your garage.
Garage.
Right? I don't know. It was just after last month's Pussy in a Box, right?
I
A
know.
box with a hole in it, and then a whole kitchen of boxes with holes in them. It just didn't.
Yeah.
It didn't thrill me, and I feel like I want more.
Do you know what else is composed of boxes?
Can only wait to hear.
Cabinets. If you take the doors off of cabinets and fill in the holes, you got boxes. And you didn't have to build them yourself.
You didn't have to build them yourself. Oh, shit.
Her arrangement is more interesting.
Oh, Tanya, yeah. No, it is more interesting. It'll never resell. Right?
Well, you know what the next owner is going to do.
They're going to tear that shit out.
We need to fix this kitchen.
Who the hell doesn't have cabinets?
But maybe they're not going anywhere for a while.
Right. You know, and like, the other thing, I mean, and I, you know, we have open shelving in our P-Town condo, and we are perpetually rearranging it and fixing it so it doesn't look like a mess.
Uh-huh.
Right. So she has now created every space in her kitchen is open.
Yep.
Shelving. So she is one meticulous bitch. 72.
72. Dish gardens.
Sometimes when
Dish.
I look at you.
Gardens.
That one was that. You were fine with dish.
No.
Garden. You did garden.
Well, you looked at me like,
No, I looked at you because
oh,
because sometimes your face cracks me up. I mean, I look at your face sometimes and just laugh.
thanks. Thanks.
Out of love.
I'm
out of
sorry
love.
you can't see it, listeners.
We'll do a selfie afterward.
Yeah.
And so it is about this is what we referenced earlier. This is the little article about little mini gardens and dishes.
So I have a little story to share.
Oh my gosh.
Before I went into the hospital, I had a whole bunch of successful succulents. They were thriving, doing well, and then my mother-in-law came to visit
Oh no.
while I was in the hospital. And she thought, wow, these succulents are really dry. Jane must not water them.
Oh no.
Let me water them.
Oh, she killed.
All dead.
Oh,
All dead.
Because they're.
She overwatered them.
Yeah, and then they get really fucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smelly. Gross,
Yeah. And, they get. What is the word?
Scale.
Is that what the word he used?
That's what he was talking about.
Yeah, but
Scale.
they're all gone.
All gone.
Oh. That's what mother-in-laws are for. Fuck up your life.
Because even though Bob complains that we have too many plants,
Yeah, I bet he liked those.
we had, well, they were able to thrive in areas that don't get any sun.
Right, and
So that's what we mainly had. Now they're all gone because they're all dead. So we were left with the light-loving ones. They're in his way.
his goddamn plants in his way.
Yep.
Like I said earlier, this is an article of like house plants that I actually enjoyed. In particular, oh, that's one of your words. Particular. I very much enjoyed the font used at the top of all the lists of descriptions. So happy family and indoor forest. I'm in love with that font.
Okay.
Okay.
I have one very similar to that. It's called Elephant.
Oh, okay. I love font. I love dish gardens too. So I want to flip back to your succulents. Were they in in dishes like this?
They were, some of them were in dishes, in cups.
Okay.
Some of them were in actual pots.
Okay. And they're all gone.
All gone.
Oh, jeez.
All dead.
It's a sad, sad
Yep.
day. So at any rate, they're using all sorts of plants, not just succulents. And what was interesting about this, and I'm sure you got this vibe too, it felt very 70s to me. A lot of the plants that
Of course.
that they're using in here, my mother had, right? This one's
They're
called-
big favorites.
Everybody loves them. Yes,
I
it's
think
a
it's
red
the
blush
Inch-
Rex begonia.
You think so?
Yes. So anyway, so this is all about putting little plants in little 70s like containers. So it continues on to 76 and 77, which I enjoyed the little bonsai on 76. I think it takes a lot of work though.
I think they do.
Yeah.
And patience.
Which are in short supply around here.
These days, yeah. On 77, I thought that was a beautiful tableau.
The tableau on
The
page 77.
overhead shot or flat
Yeah.
lay of your succulent.
Oh, she knows what a flat lay was because she was a photographer.
Yes.
I thought you were joking when you said she knew what it was.
Oh, no, she knew.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Well, she's pretty cool then.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was cool. I'm gonna do one of these. I'm gonna do a
See,
dish plant.
what I would like to know though is where do you get a tray like this? A nice shallow tray.
I am sure. that
Perfect
can-
for succulents.
Can't you? I'm sure it's not in the back of the page, like in the back of the book, how to buy it.
I
Everything's for
didn't look.
sale.
I know.
Everyone's for sale.
It's a Walmart.
Celebrate everything.
Oh, bhe.com/resources. I'll have to go there.
Yeah, go there.
I
Your
like
birthday's coming.
I like that tray.
Do you like the little frog in the corner of it too?
No.
Okay.
I don't
So if
like
it comes with the frog, I should throw that out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Because you could put all your new succulents in this.
Exactly. Then just put warning signs all around it, and, like tape.
Do not touch my
do not-
succulents.
Do not water.
I like dry succulents. So we're now on page 78, and we're finding balance.
So another interior design feature.
Well, it is a magazine about
Yeah.
interior
I know.
design,
As opposed to food.
as opposed to
And gardening. So another before and after shot.
I really think that there's like some cult that we're just not a part of
I know.
that does this stairwell.
Mm-hmm.
Or there's like some sound studio. The PhD is just like reworking that same stairwell over
Right,
and
right.
over again.
like at Eddie Ross's Maximalist
Yeah.
Studios.
But we
Same
love
thing.
Eddie.
We do.
Yeah, so on 78 and 79 is a layout of their living room, and then it's into the rest of the house, which we're talking about the stairwell. So we've jumped ahead on you. But, so they've taken a lot of darkness and lightened it up.
They have, but I don't know whether to feel like upset that's another white room.
I am.
Yeah,
You can feel that way. I mean, it's
it's an improvement, but
it's
another
an
white room.
improvement. I think I actually like the fact they kept all the leaded glass windows. I mean, they kept a lot of the sort of fun elements. I'm not sure I love what they did with the fireplace. They've taken like all character off.
yeah,
Of it.
they made it very like almost like Adobe.
Yeah.
Like,
And I don't know if I loved that part. And I definitely didn't
very
love that it's
modern.
all white.
all white. They added some bookshelves, which was a good move.
Yep. But they're
On
white.
either side of the fireplace. But yeah, all white.
So, what's up with that?
I think they're just giving people what they want.
Do you think people just want white?
I don't think they do. I think people think they want
They
all
think
white
they want white.
until they do it and like this
They're like,
sucks.
right?
Any
You're
color.
like, oh my god, it just feels like, like when you get blood drawn, right? My living room feels like a lab, because that's what it, right?
yeah.
But I think people like it. They must like it. And the thing that wouldn't it be interesting for them to actually take, I mean, they don't ever really pull it all the way through. Like, what if they did this whole issue with neon, right? Like, what if, I mean, not that they're going to paint all their walls neon, but what if they took it and pulled it all the way through instead of giving us the white room every month? Right? Like, it's just, there are threads, but they're the same fucking threads over
Yeah.
and over again. Like, just pull that thread already.
Yeah.
Jesus. Anyway, I love white rooms.
Well, you got some more. 80, 81. The stairwell, which I feel like I've seen before.
Oh my god, 1,000 times.
Yeah. Can you just picture that little girl on
That
the,
little cross.
right there? Plant waiting
Well,
when
you
her
see
brother
how
comes downstairs?
You see how they've stopped allowing children in the rooms.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Just sit outside with mommy and daddy.
They tried it that one year,
Yeah.
and then they're like, "What a mess that was." Children, jeez. I just feel like we've seen this, particularly the stairwell, 1,000 fucking times.
Yeah.
The light fixture is really interesting. I don't know if I could live with it.
Well, it's interesting and dramatic.
Yeah.
But how many candles are on that thing?
Oh, there's got to be 100.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So it looks like a huge over candled chandelier.
Yeah.
Right. Like tons and tons.
So just imagine the cleanup.
Oh, you don't actually light them.
No.
No, it's just
So what's the point?
It's party. They're in a magazine. I
They're
bet
in a
it's not even
magazine.
theirs. I bet it's not even theirs. Don't you think
Brought
they
in.
brought it in? Don't you think they brought it in? I'm gonna write to them.
They might have.
Heidi and Justin, did they bring that in? And they're twins,
Twins.
Rowan and Soder.
Yes. Bougie names.
It's been a long time since we had
A long
bougie
time, yeah.
name, right? Oh, so cute.
His shirt is untucked, I must
Sure
say.
is untucked. I mean, it's. I mean, we could. I bet we could. I bet we could just do like. We could not even open it next month.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And guess.
Yep. Good.
And then.
Super right.
Super right.
Yeah.
That would be hysterical.
All right, listeners, we're not going to give you page numbers. We're just
gonna
going to
guess.
guess.
We could probably do it
I think good.
at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, we would be, and pretty close to where it's falling in the magazine, too.
Mhm. Yeah.
Right? Jesus. I didn't.
You're
So their
experts.
dining room was okay. I didn't mind it. That was on page 81. It's kind of. I think I let the fact that they put up like that graphic valance at
Yep.
least gave some interest to the room.
Yeah.
But again, it's a white room with brown furnishings.
Yep.
Page 82.
I like the before and after shot of the exterior.
Yeah.
I think it's certainly improved the outside from dark brown to gray and white.
Oh yeah, much better. Chelsea Gray by Benjamin Moore, the
Yep.
color of my TV room. Benjamin Shore, or Benjamin Moore. Should sponsor us.
Sure. Benjamin Moore.
It should sponsor us if I could get their name right. And then here's this is the other thing that I'm really worried about. Another blue bottom cabinet.
Yes.
Right? I think.
Oh, that's a big trend.
Yeah, it's like.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah,
gonna miss it.
I think blue islands are
Or it.
the thing.
They're the thing.
Yep.
What if you hate blue?
They did show you purple once.
Okay, but it's definitely this like colored bottom cabinet concept.
Yep.
Yeah, and actually, when you go into Lowe's and Home Depot stuff now, they have a lot of colored cabinetry, which for years was nowhere to be
yeah.
found.
Yep. Not the worst thing.
Oh no, not at all. I love color.
Yeah.
I'm vibrant.
Vibrant, damn it.
Vibrant. God damn it. I hate their bedroom, which is on page.
Oh yeah, I was not a fan of that.
Oh, it's like, oh God.
Pom pom coverlet.
You don't like pom poms or coverlets.
No.
I didn't like that. So then their bathroom on page 83 looks very similar to the bathroom that we see in the front.
Yes, it does.
Black and white, circular mirrors.
Golder brass fixtures.
Golden brass fish. It's pretty much this. Oh my God! Next, they'll be building boxes above that.
And Rob, where are we going in our BH&G time machine this month?
We're going to 1950.
Blonde wood.
It's better than last month.
It's better than last month. What I did like is that the cover photo they pulled from 1950 with different lighting could have been shot yesterday.
It could have been shot yesterday. The lighting on this cover is horrendous.
Super dark.
Super dark. But it does. I mean, all of that style is totally back.
Oh,
right.
Absolutely.
Completely.
Yep.
That buffet, that like sort of very, well, we would call it modern now.
Right.
Or no, contemporary.
Yep.
But sort of the angles and the lines. And I love the chairs, actually.
Chairs are fabulous.
The chairs are really cool. It's just really dark, the room. And it's all about blonde wood, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Another ironic moment. It's like a fly in your Chardonnay. Not neon. So what did you like on here? Anything? So they give us all these examples of products to purchase.
I don't need more candlesticks,
Nah.
but I don't have. Well, I could probably squeeze in another mirror somewhere.
I thought the mirror was
But-
kind of cute.
Yeah, it's kind of cute. Otherwise, it was all fine with it.
Yeah, it was fine.
I mean,
Um,
yeah, the clock, the chair,
the chairs
the
are so cute.
pendants. Yeah.
The only thing about chair, I mean, it's IKEA, and sometimes
Yeah.
IKEA, sometimes their design and their furniture is super comfortable, and sometimes you feel
Mhm.
like you're sitting on a box. So right, so I'm like, I want to sit in that chair
Yeah.
before I bought it,
Mm-hmm.
right? I thought that number 6, which is the mirror, so it's a circular mirror, which clearly is all the rage, because it's the only kind of mirror we have in this magazine.
Yep.
Only half of the mirror is framed in the blonde wood, and the other half has no frame on it. So I thought that was neat. But I thought number
Yeah.
5, which is a bar cart, it just looked like a Tinker toy. Better than last month. I loved the throwback room better than anything they're trying to sell me.
Oh, as is usually the case.
That was much better. I think that red folding screen last month was not usually the case.
That was horrible.
That was horrible. But this, like, don't you kind of want to like step right into that room? I want to step into 1950 in that room without all the racism and the homophobia
Yeah.
and like the horrible misogyny.
I want to step in and then turn on the lights.
So you don't stumble over to the front.
Yeah. It seemed like it was
It's
like
dark.
1970s lighting in the 1950s room.
It's dark.
That is February.
Love.
It's exciting and new.
Come aboard.
We're expecting you.
I feel like we probably did that same shtick last year in February. Didn't we? We should come back and listen.
I'll go listen.
Well, that does it. Another month under our belts,
Yep.
in our boxes. Pussy's petted. So I'm Rob Conlon.
And I'm Jay Dewey.
May your home
And your garden,
be just a little bit better.
and your neighbors,
And,
your best friends. Goodbye.
Good riddance.
Could Be Better podcast is hosted by Rob Conlon and Jay Dewey and is produced and edited by Jay Dewey. Theme music is by Ben Sound. Subscribe today on Spotify, iTunes, or wherever you get your podcasts, or listen at couldbebetterpodcast.com. Want some free Could Be Better stickers or coasters? Email us at couldbebetterpodcast@gmail.com. You can also follow the guys on Facebook and Instagram.
At one point, she says something like, "This is great for like a centerpiece or after-school snacks," right? And I'm like, "Who's gonna feed their kid a mouthful of marshmallow after school?" Right? Doesn't she say that?